Hello and welcome back to another video. In this video I'm going to be doing a showcase of the Ork Start Collecting box set that I painted. So if you want to see more videos like this one, please hit the subscribe button and destroy the bell button so that you never miss an upload. Hello and welcome back. So, as I said in the intro, this is a showcase of the Start Collecting box set that I painted. Yeah, before we begin, if you'd like to see more videos like this one, I might have already said this, please hit the subscribe button and destroy the bell button so you never miss an upload. If I didn't, then cool. Right, so what is there to say about this? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these, I'm going to put them up for sale on eBay. So there's going to be a list. I might be putting them on Facebook, possibly two. Excuse me. And yeah, if you like them, put a bid on them or something like that. You know, send me a message. So what I'm probably going to do is I probably will put them with a buy it now or make an offer. Excuse me. But obviously, I'll be putting it up a little bit higher than I probably am going to take for it, just because I find that usually gets me the best results when selling on eBay and that sort of thing. So if you want to leave me, if you want to put an offer in, then send me a message saying, you know, you found the link through the video, then cool. Anyway, let's carry on to the models more specifically. So what I did was I painted them in the Death Skulls. I don't like going OTT on the colour theme, so I also like to go quite simple but effective, I think, anyway, in my opinion. So I don't tend to go too silly on the colours. So I did recently do a Bad Moons Orc Boys set, which is obviously just these dudes, and I have got a video somewhere. I probably, if I'm sensible, put a link somewhere up or down or wherever it is, hopefully like that. So I decided to do Death Skulls because apparently they're quite a popular one, basically. I thought, I'll give them a whirl, see how they go. So what I did was I took a black spray, sprayed it all over. Then I took a grey spray and sprayed it from the top, and then I did a dry brush in white over the top end at the highest points. So it was like a basically zenithal highlight without an airbrush, because I'm too cheap to have an airbrush, and also I kind of don't like videos where it just says, oh yes, and now use your airbrush. Whilst I appreciate it's a medium, and I'm going off on a tangent here, I appreciate it's a medium in which to paint, and that's fine, but I think because not everyone owns an airbrush, I think it's a bit, you know, you should have a warning in a video basically saying there is an airbrush part of this video. Anyway, rant over. Yes, so I went for Death Skulls, and I went for what I like to call my tri-metal colour, which means gold, bronze and silver with any metals. And that's basically the details. And obviously put some blue on every single model to denote their death skulliness. What should we lead with? We'll go with the boys. So what I did was I used for the knob, let's see if we're going to zoom in or focus more specifically. Are you going to focus? Probably not, because my Billy Big Head's in the way, isn't it? That's a bit better. Anyway, so yeah, so I went for the power claw and a shooter. I gave that a little bit of an arm on there to basically hide the shoulder bit, so it looks a bit more like a big of an arm, so not too bad. Bit of blue on here, bit of hula blue there. I kind of fancy want to do the bases with a bit of grass, but I've lost mine, so I've ordered some new ones. It might end up with a grass on there. I might have to relist it in the meantime. If I do, it's got a bronze claw. I don't know if he's called like Decamore Bronze Claw or something like that. That'd be a cool name for him. You feel free to put a name in the model on the bottom if you like, but I might not do that. So we went for the shooter boy in this one as a weapon of choice. I gave him a stick bomb, so he's got a bronze end of a stick bomb, and the whatever that part of the gun's called, with the holes in it, has got bronze on it. It's got a blue strap, just to denote his death skull boyiness. Yeah, so basically I went for a really simple colour, and I really only touched details that I wanted to. Let's pull out a couple of other boys just to have a little look at. So this guy with a tank buster bomb, there's a golden switch, a belt buckle that's golden too, wearing blue, brass back, and his shooter stands out a bit, to be honest. I like the gold on him. I know they're like meant to be ramshackle and stuff, but I kind of do like it. I always like this helmet. I've probably said this before in a video, because it reminds me of, I want to say, 3rd edition Space Wolves. Feel free to put a comment down below if you know that that's what it was, or wasn't, and you want to correct me. But it was like a Snow and Space Wolves, I think, fighting Orks. I think I also got a Christmas card or a birthday card from Warhammer when they did it, from a friend of mine in that year. Basically a couple of other boys. I do like the ones with the helmets, to be honest, because I just think they look really cool. I think the normal one without a helmet's really easy to do, to be honest. I did a little bit of detail there, silverback straps to pull it out. And yeah, basically put some of the details on. So why don't we have a little look at the knobs at this point. So it would go amiss without mentioning this little ammo runt. The last thing to paint, because who can be bothered with a little ammo runt? There we go, a bit better. So he's dragging his little cache of bullets, put some gold and some bronze tips on some of them. He's got a blue little sash thing that he's wearing to cover his modesty. And yeah, he's got a gold and brass stick bomb, just for funsies, so that's him. We'll go with, I went again, because I like shooter boys, obviously I've given the shooter boys shooters. I also like the custom shooter and mega knobs as well. So I went with the rocket combi, basically give them all the ones I could. It's got a golden trigger, golden electric. I did these guys first, to be honest. So these guys were like the test dummies, so to speak, on how to do it. So yeah, again, blue detail. I like that face. It's sneering. He's snarled with a sneer. This dude, another rocket, gold, bronze, and silver. Could have painted the rocket, I think. Blue horns on his helmet. And yeah, so that's the dude. Let's go for the combi sculpture. I like the metal face, so I went for like basically golden jaw. He's hiding behind all this armour. Stick bombs on the back. Combi flamer. Oh, it's combi sculpture, in fact. So with these, I went a little bit different. I kind of wanted to keep these guys with a shooter. So he's got a power claw and a slugger, but on his back, he's got the shooter. So I wanted to also have, on every single one of them, I wanted to have the shooter. So technically, he is modelled with a shooter. And this dude with a big chopper, weirdly, he's got bullets when he's currently got no gun, because he likes to keep them. And he's also got a shooter on his backpack, so he, in fact, is ready to shoot and chop all at the same time. So that's the knobs. We'll go for the pain boy. First time I've painted the pain boy, with the exception of I had an old one, which is already painted, and I just changed the colour on it. Ironically, from Death Skulls to my unusual orange. And here we have the pain boy. He's got some blood on his attire, and he's got some on the floor, because he's been hacking at some boys. I also did some blood on his blades and stuff. Went for a blue and a red on the vials. It's got green and gold, or bronze for some reason. And then on the vial here, I don't know, what colour did we go for? Oh yeah, went for red on that one. And obviously he's wearing blue. Again, very simple, with the exception of I did his bottoms brown rather than just leaving them black, because I thought a little bit more detail on him might not go amiss, to be honest. So yeah, and then a little grot on the back wearing a bit of blue. Yeah, so that's basically the basics. Let's have a little look at the big boy, the Death Skull. So yeah, I'm going to focus on that. Obviously went for my tri-metal approach on this one. There's no green on it, I don't think, whatsoever. 2 big shooters, 2 claws. He's just having a laugh, isn't he, this guy? He just wants a bit of action. So pulled out some details with gold and some bronze already on the silver, and some blue as well, just to make it a bit more pretty, basically. There's also some black, I think, on some of the hoses. We've got some gold on some pipes and bronze. Basically picked out some details. I think it's a really cool model, to be honest. I don't actually possess one of these my own, so it's an interesting one to do. So anyway, that is that's the Death Dread and the boys, so to speak. So I think we've looked at practically every single one of them, with the exception of some of the boys. You have to let me know in the comments down below what you think. I will also say this, that unless I got a request, I'm leaning away from doing a full start collecting box set, because this took me a bit longer than I thought it would, merely because when I thought I'd do some painting, I didn't. So I can honestly say that it took me longer than I thought it would, like about a month or so. Just on and off painting. The knobs I did in like 2 sittings, I did these guys in 2 sittings, I did the paint boy in like 2, the Death Dread was like 2 or 3, maybe 4, and then this guy was like 2 sittings, because he's got a really small model, there's not much detail on him. Yeah, so what I was going to say to you is, so unless someone requested someone, which obviously, you know, we can talk about it, if you want some doing in a similar manner, like a start collecting box set, give me a buzz and we can talk if you want to. If not, then it's no bother. But I'm probably going to stick to doing one set at a time, with the exception of the next set which I've got, which is a Start Collecting Space Marines box set, because I possessed them for a decent price, to be honest. Excuse me. One benefit is I've got, because I did these from brand spankers, is I've got bits for the Death Dread, like scorchers and stuff, which I could sell if I fancied it. And there's also like some spare bits of like choppers and sluggers and stuff, which are always cool, and heads and the likes. And also from the knobs, which are always cool. What else do I need to say? Yeah, so like I said, I'm going to probably put a listing. Hopefully I've put a link in the description down below. They may well have grass on them the next time. So bear in mind that unless you want them like this, let me know beforehand. And I'll try and get this video up as soon as possible, to be honest. But, you know, let me know what you think I should do projects-wise next. I feel like the Orks were pretty good last time. Even though the boys sat there for about a month or 2, they did sell at the price that I wanted them to sell for, which was nice. And, but, you know, so the Orks were always cool, but like I say, let me know if you think I should do a different set, to be honest. I mean, it's probably going to be in the comments somewhere, why don't you paint Necrons? Well, I could do that, in fact. So, you know, yeah, I think I'm drifting off now, like I usually do. But yeah, if you want to put a request in the comments down below, maybe if you want to get in contact with me, if you want me to paint you something, obviously, we can talk on prices and stuff like that. Yes, anywho, let me know what you thought of them, what you would have done differently, that sort of thing. Put it in the comments. Thank you very much. Until next time, au revoir.